Yo, what's going on? Get Out meaning. All right, so Get Out was a very, very, very good movie. I'm honestly surprised by the fact that Jordan Peele, of all people, wrote this movie. And he said it took a little bit of time for him to do it, over almost 5 years or something like that. One thing I will say about the movie, man, is brilliant. The way that he layered everything is awesome. I'm not going to get too much into the movie. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it by now. One thing I will say is what I believe Get Out is metaphorically trying to tell us um, is to get out of the country. Like, I believe that what happened is right now, if you think about who we are as people, right? We pretty much were brought over here by somebody saying, "Hey, look, everything's cool. We can just go back and say hi to these other people over here. Do you want to come meet some of my friends?" Next thing you know, boom, we're locked in the ship or basement or whatever, and we're in a place we're not supposed to be, and we're literally having somebody else use our bodies for their own agenda, which is basically what happens in the movie. Sorry, spoiler alert. So, why is that so interesting? Well, because number one, you notice from the jump that a couple of similarities with slavery. The first one being they had an auction, so they actually bid on this guy, this brother, who ironically my little brother's name is Chris. They actually bid on this guy Chris to see who was going to be able to take him or whatever and use his body. Same thing happened back in slavery time, right? They used to bid on people. Another interesting thing is, if you look at the fact that there were actual people in the house who were still black, however, they weren't black. They were white on the inside as far as their consciousness, which is a lot of what used to happen back in the day with slaves, right? They used to take a black person, treat them all good, bring them in the house. If they're light skinned, yeah, everything's all gravy. Look, just tell everybody on the outside that it's, we're not here to hurt you guys. We're just trying to get work done. I got to do the same work you got to do. No, you don't. Another thing, if you look at the fact that it was not just one person, it was multiple people, and there was an entire system set up around this black person. It's kind of what's going on in America right now. There's an entire system set up around, put it this way, every person on this earth has progressed or benefited from the disadvantage that black people had. Our ancestors pretty much were, slaves, right? And back in the day when they were slaves, what happened? Well, they were used to build up this country. When they were used to build up this country, they got nothing from it. As a matter of fact, the new slavery that we are in is in prison systems. A lot of people don't know about the industrial prison complex, which is basically when people, not just people of color, but people period, are used in prisons to make anything that's in the U.S. right now. Whenever you see something that says made in America, it's 90% of the time made by somebody who's in prison. How do I know that? Because how many actual warehouses and factories do you see in America for example, furniture, lingerie, electronics? There's so many different things. Right now, there are actual people in prison who answer the phone for companies that, I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to be sued, but there are companies who use prison systems to do their customer service. Hey, thanks for calling, blah, 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 blah. Let me go ahead and fix that for you. And these guys get paid pennies on the dollar. Whereas though a regular person is going to make $15 to $18 an hour, these people are getting paid pennies on the dollar. Stuff like that has been going on for a while now. And what's interesting about it is we are just now realizing, and it's kind of messed up because if you notice, a lot of what Trump is doing right now is to keep people out. I think sooner or later he's going to try to start doing stuff to keep people in. And the reason I say that is because he's trying to get rid of all of the immigrants. Well, immigrants have always been in this country. Trump, you're probably a freaking immigrant. Like, everybody who came to America is not native to America unless you're a Native American. Period. So I don't agree with the whole all the native, all the immigrants have to leave. People are going to constantly be immigrants and migrate to this country. Now, what I do believe is that, there should be a better way to control who's coming into the country, but that's never going to be possible because you can't be everywhere at all times. You're not God, right? So what I believe is that movie Get Out is basically saying is, us as black people need to get out of America. We actually need to go back to our own country, to our own place. Maybe it's Africa. Maybe it's, I don't know, freaking Denmark, Sweden, Canada. Pick a country, go there. If you've never been outside of your own state, you should probably try that now. That would probably benefit you in some way, shape, or form. I say this because most people have not traveled outside of their own city, let alone their own state. Try going somewhere else, man. There are actual programs that will give you money to leave the country and go start a business somewhere else to bring money back into the U.S. Right now, there's different ways for people to leave the country. It doesn't have to be by plane. It can be by boat. Anyway, all I'm saying is think about it. The movie Get Out has a very powerful message. My opinion of it is that it's for us as people to get out of the situation we're in America, black people, and to go back wherever you're from. It may not even be Africa. It may be freaking somewhere else, Asia or something. I don't know. Pick a place. Go there. All right? Stay positive, people.